live in 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And now it's time for Powell County Pirate Sports on the Powell County Sports Network. For a full list of games to be broadcast, the platforms those games will be broadcast on, and the sponsors that support this event, please visit listenlikealocal.com and click on the Powell County Sports Network banner on the home page. Select games will be broadcast on a combination of platforms, including 104.9 FM The Pickup, NFHS Network, WSKV-FM on Facebook Live, at Powell County Sports Network on YouTube, and streaming audio accessible on any internet-connected device. Just say, "Hey Google, Siri, or Alexa, play Pickup Country 104.9 FM," or visit listenlikealocal.com. Powell County Pirate Athletics broadcast is made possible by great sponsors, but to continue to bring you the many high-quality broadcasts, we need your help. If you own a business or are part of an organization, church, or nonprofit and would like to support the broadcast of the Powell County Pirate Sports while promoting your brand to loyal listeners like you, just give us a call, 606-663-2811. Don't forget, you can directly support Powell County Pirate Athletics by purchasing an annual subscription to the NFHS Network at nfhsnetwork.com. You can also directly support your Powell County Pirates by attending games in person. Get your tickets at the GoFan app. You can also find links to NFHS Network and the GoFan app at the Powell County Sports Network page at listenlikealocal.com. And now, let's join our PCSN broadcast team live at the game.
And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Powell County Sports Network coverage of Powell County High School athletics. Ken Simon along with David Faulkner as the Powell County Pirates here at home playing host to the Model Patriots. And there's going to be a pop fly by Chase Lowry. And the Pirates will miss the infield pop-up as Lowry will end up over at first. The first batter, Dylan Zerby, ended up striking out, and then Lowry, with a high pop fly, will get on base.
E3?
I would believe so, yes.
Kind of a weird-looking play there, Ken.
Yeah, popped it up really high. The wind is blowing a little bit from left over to right. Just enough that it probably got a hold of that and
caused some
ended up
problems.
getting the miss that it was. And now Matthew Gorbett is up at the plate. First pitch is a strike. He's going to be the pitcher for the Patriots. For the Pirates, Lacey Dickin on the mound. Lane Rogers behind the plate here tonight. A little bit different lineup. Swing and a miss, strike two. Again, Lacey Dickin on the mound. Lane Rogers behind the plate. Ethan Wireman over at first. Second base, Brody Welch. Shortstop, Dylan Trent. Down at third base, John Creech. Left field, Jordan Del Rosario. Center field will be Tucker Ramsey. And in right field, Bryson Edwards. And be another strikeout for Lacey Dickin. So 2 outs with a runner over at first. That'll bring up Lincoln Ward, number 14, the first baseman. Ward, a sophomore, batting .242. As a team, they're batting .248. See what the Pirates are, just as a comparison. The Pirates batting .261.
Ooh, where was that pitch?
Pitch is going to miss for a ball. What do you need in there? Which side do you need?
You're good. I'm just looking.
All right.
I'll figure it out as we go. Running late is what happens to me, right?
I can send you the pictures if you want. Swing and a miss. Throw back over to first and get back safely. So 1-1 now is the count to Lincoln Ward, the first baseman for the Patriots, batting fourth.
Yeah, I didn't have this batter right here. I didn't have him on or the next batter. I'm sorry.
Well, they didn't have numbers associated with their
correct
swing and a miss for strike two. Yeah, that definitely creates problems.
Yes, always, always.
1 ball and 2 strikes now to Ward. Here comes the pitch from Lacey Dickin. Going to miss, and they won't make a throw.
Tell you what, weird play all the way around. I think Rogers may be looking for a strike call, and then nobody covered second, so he didn't throw it.
Nope. 2-2 now to Ward.
Better than the old school, right? Just throw it down there and throw it at the bag. If nobody's there, it just goes into center field, no big deal. But the guy gets all the way to third, may score.
Here comes the 2-2, going to get time.
Asking for it again. I think when he gets in that box, they don't get ready to throw. He wants a timeout.
Got to be patient, right? Going to miss. Going to take the count full.
What's his name?
Lincoln Ward.
I'm sorry.
14.
I'm sorry, I'm looking at the next one.
Oh.
He wasn't on the original roster.
That is correct. This is going to be his first start.
Gotcha.
The batter on deck. Get to him in just a minute here.
Yeah.
Hopefully Pirates can get the out.
Got it.
And there it is. Yep, sure enough. He'll get 3 strikeouts out of 4 batters. They'll leave one stranded. They'll come up empty. We'll take a break and come back with the bottom half of the first. You're listening to the Powell County Sports Network.
WSKD
Local businesses are the backbone of our community, and having the right financial partner matters. This is David Johnson, Senior Commercial Lender at Whitaker Bank in Powell County. I work one-on-one with business owners to help them finance growth, investments, and day-to-day needs. Whitaker Bank has proudly served Kentucky communities for decades, and we're here to support your business for the long term. Call me at 606-663-2283 to get started. Whitaker Bank, uniquely Kentucky, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Hearn Funeral Home has been family-owned since 1939 and is currently under the direction of Hondo Hearn. They have proudly served the families of Powell County and other surrounding counties for over 75 years, helping them to celebrate with compassionate care, dignity, and respect at an affordable price. Contact Hearn Funeral Home for all your pre-planning needs at 606-663-4375.
You're listening to the Powell County Sports Network.
And welcome back here to the Powell County High School's baseball field. We're at the Stanton City Park and Charles Childers Field here in Stanton, Kentucky. And again, welcome everyone for listening to this Powell County and the Model Patriots game. Again, Richmond Model out of their Eastern campus, coming in at a record of 2-15 on the season. I was a little surprised to see Lacey on the hill tonight.
I was too, in many respects. Once I'm getting the lineups, I was kind of surprised that they didn't necessarily pitch off, but at the same time, though, they've been away. They've not played since a week ago.
Fresh.
And at that point, just get
and
everybody back in the rotation.
Good, maybe for tomorrow and Wednesday as far as the weather forecast, right?
That is true. So now for the Patriots on the mound, it would be Matthew Corbett. Behind the plate will be Chase Lowry. Over at first, Lincoln Ward. Second base will be Cam Devers. Third base, Sam Huddleston. Shortstop, Kellen Kirby. Over in left field, Henry Huddleston. Center field will be Dylan Zerby. And in right field, it will be Ben Whaley. And Trent squares around like he's going to bunt and get called for a strike. So Dylan Trent will lead things off, followed by Bryson Edwards, Lane Rogers. Lacey Dickin will be in the 4 spot. We'll get the rest of the lineup here in just a second. Going to miss on that pitch, take it 1-1. Batting 5th, Jordan Del Rosario. Batting 6th, Ethan Wireman. Tucker Ramsey batting 7th, Brody Welch batting 8th, and Jackson Tipton, the DH, batting 9th. He'll be batting for John Creech. Going to pull it foul down the first base side to be out of play there in the little bullpen. It's going to be 1 ball and 2 strikes to Dylan Trent. The Pirates haven't played in over a week. Let's see where.
Played Tuesday, right?
That is true. Lost to Breathitt County 6-4. 2-2 now is the count. And where are we at here? How can I not find him? There he is, batting .240 on the season. Swing and a miss. Going to get the strikeout.
Back up top of that leadoff spot with Drew Miller out. Again, I'm assuming that those shoulders have not recovered well. I know he ran that last game we were here, re-injured. Well, I guess not maybe re-injured, but continued to injure the shoulder, right?
That's correct. Stepping up to the plate, Bryson Edwards, the right
Got
fielder,
him.
and he's going to get hit. He'll take first base. First pitch hit in the back.
And to me, brings up the most versatile hitter on the team, Lane Rogers. He can take it the other way. He's a good bunter, makes good contact. So to me, he's a true two-hitter. I know he's hitting a 3-0. He may be one of their best hitters right now. So I like Lane up here at the top of the order.
Just a sophomore, batting .370. So he's got a runner over at first with one out, batting in the third spot. Go back over to first.
I had him leaning.
I'm not so sure that Edwards was prepared for that one by any means.
I'm not sure either, but he was definitely leaning on the pitch.
Again, on the mound, Matthew Gorbett is going to square around like he's going to bunt. Be called strike, throw well off the mark there. So a stolen base by Edwards. And the pitch was a called strike to Rogers.
This team just last game just lost to Owsley County, 3-2.
They've definitely struggled as far as model. Again, as David said, 2-15 on the season. The Pirates 7-11. Here's the pitch to Rogers. Swing and a miss.
I think they're throwing the best pitcher though today, at least by the numbers. The ERA for this young man, I believe it was around 1, if I'm not.
Actually, no, it's 11.05.
Never mind. I read the. Yes, I see it now. 11.05. But it got good velocity though.
He does. Here's the pitch. I'll foul that one off.
Throws it hard. He's just, I guess, erratic. Maybe able to.
Well, he's had 2 starts, 6 1/3 innings, 11 hits, 13 runs, 10 earned runs, 11 walks, and 13 Ks. So the walks have definitely hurt him, and then you follow that up with 11 hits as well. So he's been lit up, that's for sure. Let's see if the Pirates can do it here tonight. Runner at second, and going to fake the throw back. Edwards easily back. And Lane Rogers up at the plate, 1 ball and 2 strikes to the sophomore catcher. Here's the pitch. Miss high, 2-2.
Yeah, if we could have laid off that high pitch early, we would have been really ahead of the count right now.
Lacey Dickin on deck for the Pirates, batting in the 4 spot. Pirates have a runner in scoring position here, bottom of the first. Here's the pitch. Pop fly. It's going to be out of play.
And nobody moved. I like it. Everybody was knowing it was going to miss him.
Oh, no, she moved.
But not much.
There was somebody over there moved. She probably could have stayed where she was, but.
I didn't hear you say heads up.
Oh, I didn't. I just watched it. 2-2. 2 balls and 2 strikes now to Rogers. Here's the pitch. And a just miss. Got a full count. Edwards going to go.
Nah. He'll hang tight there at second, I would think.
Here's the 3-2. Swing and a miss, so strikeout. So almost the same setup as the top of the first. You've got a strikeout, then a runner at second, then a strikeout, and now Lacey Dickin coming up, the pitcher for the Pirates here tonight.
Lacey had a good season this year, batting .340. Like I said, this pitcher actually is throwing the ball pretty hard, but he's been high on about everything.
See if we get a base hit here. And
Tell you what, that was close. I mean, good thing continued on, because if he would have hesitated a little bit more, that might have been a ball.
Very close, that's for sure.
Almost kind of stumbled on the pivot.
Here's the pitch. Called strike.
Lacey's still got that stepping in the bucket thing, don't he? Again, he's got the back foot on the inside line. Should give him plenty of room for extension, but he just does not like the inside pitch or the outside pitch. He just can't cover it for some reason.
Here's the pitch. There's a strike. Yeah, you knew as soon as that one was released, it looked good almost from that release point.
Everything's high, though. Even that curveball was high. That's why Lacey wanted to take it.
0-2 now. There's the pitch. There's a base hit, and it'll go to left field. They're going to send Edwards in. He'll easily get home. And nice job that time by Lacey Dickin. He'll get the single and the RBIs. Edwards will come in.
That pitch, he got down in the zone. I actually threw it on the outside part. I was just talking about Lacey not being able to reach that one. He still tried to pull the pitch off the end of the bat over the shortstop's head. So a good piece of hitting there by Lacey to get the base hit and the RBI. So Curtis Runner coming in for him is number 25 for the Pirates.
Talon Rice.
Yeah, thank you. We should know that by now.
Yep. Jordan Del Rosario stepping up to the plate now. Batting .204. Struggle this season.
Unusual.
Yeah, very unusual for him. The left fielder for the Pirates. Throw back over to first, and Rice will get back safely.
Guys are having a tough time on the read of this pitcher. That's the second. Of course, only the two base runners so far, but he and Bryson both have struggled on the read.
So 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. Powell County now leading 1-0. There's a shot to right field. Going to get over.
Yes.
It's going to get there. Rice going to round third. Del Rosario's going to go to third, and he'll get a triple, and that will bring in Talon Rice. Nice at bat that time by Jordan Del Rosario.
We've said this before about Jordan. He seems his power. He kind of bails and then chops it to right field, and that was definitely clearly misread. The right fielder had no clue it was hit as hard as it was, and that's a tough ball to play because it looked like a pop-up, but that one went deep, almost to the fence.
Well, and he's been going opposite field on
Yes.
several of the hits that we've actually seen him.
And
Now,
it's paid off for him.
Ethan Wireman, the first baseman, stepping up to the plate for the Pirates in the 6th spot, batting .163 on the season. He needs a good hit right here himself. Here's the pitch on the inside low.
I'll tell you what's nice to see, though, Powell County coming up with a couple of 2-out hits here to bring in back-to-back runs. That's good hitting with two outs in the inning.
Yep, let's get another one here. Pitch right off the end of the bat.
Yeah, Ethan was again stepping out a little bit, caught the outside pitch just on the end of the bat. The only place he was going to hit that one was to right field. He pulled off of it a little bit.
Come on, Ethan. Single in the outfield. Here's the pitch. Gonna be low, 2-2.
You know, all these guys are stepping out when the pitch is coming in. They're standing close to the plate. I'd almost rather see them back up a half a step, middle of the box, and step to the ball versus the way they're going.
That's just part of the philosophy.
It is.
2-2. Gonna miss high, 3-2. Oh, we've talked about that. You know, I mean, they crowd the plate, and at that point, though, then they can get jammed up.
Get jammed up and still pull off the outside pitch, so it doesn't do you any good to stay close if you're going to still pull off the outside pitch.
There's a 3-2. Going to be low. Nice at-bat that time
Yes.
by Wireman to get the walk. He was very patient, swung at good pitches, fouled a couple of them off. Going to bring up Tucker Ramsey, the center fielder, with runners on the corners.
Now,
Ramsey batting .190.
do you play the steal game with Ethan here, or do you keep him tight? You don't have a lot of speed on the bases right now, either side, so let Tucker bring him in, right?
I think so. I think at this point he's actually done pretty well here lately as far as
The old fake to third, go to first, and nobody bit. Good job, Pirates.
Yeah, that's why I think you just keep everybody where they are, right? Let him go on and hit them in. Again, we've seen some improvement by Tucker. Pitch going to be on the outside for ball 1. Center fielder here for the Pirates. Runners on the corners. Jordan Del Rosario at third. Ethan Wireman over at first. 2 outs. Powell County leading 2-0 over Model. Here's the pitch to the shortstop. And look at the easy flip. No, they will not.
They did get the easy flip, but
Wow.
did not handle it.
Yep, did not handle it.
So that'll be an E4.
That will bring in Del Rosario. Send Wireman down to second, who should have been the force out.
Should have been the last out of the inning. No run. Should have scored there, but did.
I don't know if the second baseman, Cam Devers, heard footsteps, took his eye off of it. Not quite sure. It was a very
I think he
soft
just took his eye off that one. Thought had an
Welch,
easy catch. And
left-handed hitter. Oh,
now
there's
you
a
got this
shot to
shot.
left field down the line. It's going to be fair. One run will come across.
that was a shot.
2 runs will come across. That was a shot. Left-handed hitter going down the line. So Welch will end up with a double and 2 RBIs. That's the way you start, right?
Oh, man, that was an absolute line shot. Again, errors really cost Model in that inning. Should have been in the dugout. That play at second. Timeout called here, pitcher or the coach coming out for a visit. And you got the perfect ground ball from Ramsey.
Yeah.
Shortstop made a good flip right to him, and he just did not handle it. And again, the right fielder on the first ball of Del Rosario misplayed a little bit. I don't think he was going to catch it anyway, but did get a bad angle on the ball. But that ball by Welch pulled down the line and just fair. I mean, it wasn't fair by
maybe a foot.
It may be. It may have drawn chalk, so it was a close ball, but it was a good double down the line. Hardest hit ball we've seen in a little bit here for the Pirates.
Jackson tipped in the DH, stepping up to the plate. Gonna miss for ball 1, batting in the 9 spot.
So we batted around, have we? Yes.
Yeah, just about, yeah. Again, runner at second and Brody Welch. See if we can get another one tagged on. Gonna miss. Nice job behind the plate by Lowry. 2 balls and no strikes now to Tipton, but
I know where Model used to play. There's not a lot of room behind their home plate. Up here, there's a lot. So
2-0. You're going to fake that throw. They're going to get all the uniforms dirty tonight.
He got Brody's uniform dirty there. Somebody's got to wash it for him now.
Pirates wearing their white uniforms. The maroon and gray for Model. High pop fly in the infield. And going to make the catch will be the first baseman, Lincoln Ward. So pop up to end the inning, but the Pirates will get 5 runs across. We'll head to the top of the second here on the Powell County Sports Network.
Parents trust the emergency department at Mercy Health Markham and Wallace Hospital when their children hurt. When an emergency strikes, we are right down the street and ready to help. We offer full-service emergency care 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We have X-ray, CT, and lab services on site for assessing, diagnosing, and treating patients quickly. The emergency department is a level 4 trauma center. You can expect expert care, quicker treatment, and improved outcomes. Choose the emergency department at Mercy Health Markham and Wallace Hospital in Irvin.
At Powell County Farm Bureau, James Dennis and Anna Tipton offer unmatched dedication and personal attention. If you're looking for a specific insurance product, they offer auto, boat, church, commercial, earthquake, farm, flood, health, home, life, mobile home, motorcycle, umbrella, and more. If you need it insured, stop by and see your insurance company. That's Powell County Farm Bureau. Big on commitment. Located at 170 Court Street in Stanton, or call them today at 606-663-2222. That's Powell County Farm Bureau. Big on commitment. You're listening to PCSN.
And welcome back here to the Powell County High School. Dave Faulkner along with Ken Simon. Powell County leading over the Model Patriots 5-0 after 1 complete. Still Dickin on the mound for the Pirates, as it is Gorbett is on the mound for the Patriots. And again, big hit that inning was the double by Welch to score 2 on the play.
Del Rosario and Wireman.
Both had some RBIs, but the costly error at second base for the Patriots allowed the additional 3 runs to score that top of the first inning. So now it will be right back to you. Go ahead.
number 12, the designated hitter, Janu Shrivastava.
Yeah.
His actual first time that he's actually
Yeah, he was not on the
plate.
roster.
Yeah.
Didn't seem so.
Be followed by Kellen Kirby and Henry Huddleston in the 5, 6, 7 order. Again, Shrivastava, the DH.
Good swing.
Swinging it was for strike 1. Again, Lacey Dickin on the mound for the Pirates. Lane Rogers behind the plate. Powell County leading 5-0 now in the top of the second against the Model Patriots. Here's the pitch. Called strike.
And he knew it.
Yeah, kind of the way he backed out. It was like, you know. But Lacey Dickin, he's got some heat now. Here's the pitch. Gonna just miss. I'd like to see that one. Almost kind of like a little sweeper there, the way it just kind of came from the outside, or outside on that outside corner, but swing and a miss, and he'll get the strikeout regardless.
I think he just dropped down a little bit and just kind of try to, like you said, sweep that fastball a little bit, a little cutter maybe. Looked like it stayed straight, but did have a lot of movement horizontally.
Kellen Kirby now, sophomore, batting .207, left-handed hitter. Shortstop for the Patriots. First lefty that will be seen here by.
One thing I'll say about Deacon, first time I've seen him this year thus far, and we'll say it early in the game here, really good control for Lacey.
Strike 2.
And he's a little on the three-quarter side. He's a little bit, and he'll probably get a little bit more movement that way as well. And he has time to play college ball, so.
Here's the 0-2. Chopper, John Creech will field it, throw to first, and nice job by Wireman.
It's a good thing Wireman was at first base.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Yeah, definitely used that height. Got up on his toes there to.
Well fielded ball, though, by John at third. Just made a little bit
was.
of a high throw there. Normally see him at first base, but it is Brody Welch playing second. If you see him not as a DH, he's usually playing first base with Ethan's pitching. So good to see some play out there that has got a little bit of versatility with it, right?
Henry Huddleston coming up to the plate, a freshman. First pitch is going to be a called strike.
So far, he's just throwing strikes. That is a pitcher's best friend.
Swing and a miss, strike 2.
Get some good advice from the dugout. They said choke up. He did.
Here's the pitch.
Yeah, he's bringing it tonight. He's throwing it well. Got a little movement on that fastball.
It's like 17 strikes to seven balls.
I tell you, it's
unofficially,
that's
just kind of a quick glance.
That's pitching. That's getting it done.
Here comes the 1-2. Well, thought it was. Strike on the inside. Going to get strikeout. So 1-2-3 inning. Patriots will come up empty. Powell County will lead 5-0 as we head to the bottom of the second here on the Powell County Sports Network.
Having trouble with your furnace? Call Ritchie Mechanical at 606-318-4188. They provide service checks and safety inspections on furnaces and heat pumps for your residential and commercial needs. Ritchie Mechanical offers a 12-year parts and compression warranty as well as financing for new equipment. These are good local guys that are honest and dependable. Call Ritchie Mechanical at 606-318-4188.
Hey, I'm Wyatt Denniston, the owner of Stanton Ace Hardware. At Ace, we are known for being the helpful place, and we pride ourselves on accomplishing that goal each day with each customer. We are constantly working on expanding our rental department, now including skid steers, mini excavators, mini skid steers with ditch witch and auger attachments. We also have delivery options available. Shop local, save money, and get quality products from people who love this community. We are Stanton Ace Hardware, supporting the broadcast of our Powell County Pirates.
You're listening to the Powell County Sports Network.
Welcome back here to the Powell County High School baseball action here at the Stanton City Park. Charles Childers Field is Powell County 5. Model nothing right now. Lacey Dickin has just been dominant. 5 strikeouts through 2 innings. And the Pirates coming back to bat, right back at the top of the order for Powell County. Dylan Trent, Edwards, and Rogers again had a good 5-run inning, 3 hits, a walk and hit batsman, and an error in the middle. So that continued the inning for the Pirates to add on 3. Did the error, but some good hitting there from Welch. Actually, Rams hit the ball hard to the shortstop, but it was just easy flip to second base that they just didn't handle the flip. Really hit him right in the glove. He didn't bring it in.
So let's see if Dylan Trent can get something going here for the Pirates in the bottom of the second. Leading things off, the leadoff hitter. And the miss going to be down on the dirt for ball 1.
One of the first few curveballs I've seen from Gorbett. He's been throwing a lot of those high fastballs or the high curves. I guess it's the first one I've seen down in the dirt. Most of these pitches have been high for the night.
Trent struck out his first plate appearance. 1-0. Swing and a miss. 1-1.
Pulling off of it again. I just.
We kind of one-handed that one, the way his bat kind of came around as well. Not really a lazy swing, but kind of. Foul tip. Strike 2.
Behind that one, but on the previous pitch, it was just outside, and just, trying to pull that outside pitch just does not work well.
1-2. A low 2-2.
Watch Major League Baseball, these guys are just hammering down on first and second strikes, and then they'll throttle back a little bit on 2, and they'll go the other way sometimes, but that's just frustrating. It's just good hitting. Go the other way when you got that pitch, right?
I have a 2-2 count.
That is correct.
Make it 3-2.
You are correct on the count. They got it down the board.
3 balls and 2 strikes now to Trent. Take a walk. Instead, we'll get a strikeout.
That high fastball has played well for Gorbett as far as the strikeouts. That's what he's got. The couple batters that he has struck out has been on that high heat. Just above the hands when you really have to swing at and just can't catch up with.
Bryson Edwards stepping up to the plate. Hit by a pitch, stolen base, and a run scored on the first pitch, no less.
And
Swing and a miss.
starts him off again with that curveball, and Bryson flinched a little bit. Still got a good cut at it.
He's backed off a little bit from the plate. You see that?
I think it's a good adjustment for these guys.
1-1. We'll pass the catcher there.
Good hustle, Lane.
1 ball and 1 strike now to Bryson Edwards. A heavy senior-laden team, a junior and a sophomore, are getting the start tonight. Everybody else is seniors.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the pitch. Gonna miss.
Trying to look over
2-1.
toward the dugout. Is that Drew in the window over there? Yes, I believe it is. Or it might be
Cook.
Cook.
Gonna miss. 3-1 now. Walk's good as a hit by a pitch, right?
It's a way to get on base. On base percentage goes up.
So 1 out here. 3-1. He's gonna square around like he's gonna swing. Instead, it'll be called strike. See, I think on that one, yeah, I'm not sure why you do that. At that point, again, you know it's coming down the middle. That should be the 3-1. You got the green light, and you should be swinging away. And he'll get the strikeout.
Yeah, I don't love a 3-1 take.
Not if it's down the middle.
No.
Right? I'm just saying,
Yeah.
right? I mean, you make that adjustment on.
But once you squared
You
the
know,
bunt, you're pretty much
you
giving yourself up.
Yep.
Now 3-0, I'm okay with that. 3-1,
Correct.
you should
Yes,
expect down the middle, and
Totally
this is
agree.
my pitch to hit.
If there's a pitch to swing at, it's the 3-1. Now Lane Rogers up at the plate. We'll foul that one off back here. Struck out his first plate appearance down on the count. 0-1. So back-to-back strikeouts, the lead here in the bottom of the second. Powell County leading 5-0 over Model. Matthew Gorbett on the mound for the Patriots. Here's the pitch. Grounded to the shortstop. Slow roller. Pick it up. Long throw. It's close. But
Solid
we'll
play.
6-3 ground out. Pirates will go 1, 2, 3. We'll head to the top of the third. We'll have the 8, 9, and 1 batters coming up to the plate. Pike County leading 5-0.
Hello, I'm Kayla Carroll, Marketing Director for CG Bank. Here at CG Bank, community means everything. It's why we do what we do. At CG Bank, we are your hometown bank, and we are here for you because we are you. We are not here just building business, but building relationships. That's community banking. That's my bank. Stop by any of our convenient locations in Irvin, Richmond, Berea, or Stanton and see what community banking is all about. Or visit us online at www.cg.bank.
Member FDIC, equal housing lender, loan subject to approval. Contact an employee for further information about applicable fees and terms.
Spring has sprung in the mountains, and that means it's the perfect time to upgrade your device and your savings with Appalachian Wireless. Right now, you can get the new iPhone 17e, the iPhone 17, or the Samsung A17 on us when you choose a qualifying plan, or take advantage of up to $800 in device savings on select devices. And here's the best part for our new customers. Port your numbers to Appalachian Wireless and get up to 6 months of free service. So don't wait. Spring into savings today, or visit us online at AppalachianWireless.com, because we are your neighbors and this is your network. We are Appalachian Wireless.
You're listening to PCSN.
Welcome back here to the Powell County High School baseball action tonight. We're at the City Park and Charles Childers Field. It is still 5-0 as we go into the top of the third inning, and it'll be 8, 9, and 1. Huddleston, Whaley, and then the top of the order, which is Zerby. Is that
Correct.
correct? So again, Lacey's throwing the ball really well. 5 strikeouts in 2 innings. So the other out being a 5-3 put out. Pirates do have 1 error on the game, as does Model. Their error was a little bit more costly than the Pirates' error.
Definitely.
But again, Lacey's done nothing really but mow down the Model hitters. Again, Drew Miller out, trying to see if I saw him in the dugout. And I'm trying to peek over and see if he's maybe that's him in the window, but I don't think so.
No, he's down on the
field.
field.
I see him out on the field in shorts with Cook, so he's definitely out for tonight. I would assume, and try to get him healed up before at least maybe even tournament time. I'm not sure how bad those shoulders are right now.
They're out of order.
This should be Huddleston, correct?
Correct.
Number
Should be
1.
Sam Huddleston. That's not. That,
Neither one of these two
catch
orders.
that.
No, neither one of these two hitters are the ones that I have.
No, it should be number 1 who's actually stepping up.
Now,
Huddleston.
They could be. We could have the wrong numbers, but you got them right in the lineup card, right?
100%. Well, so let's see. This is Ben Whaley.
Oh, okay. So Huddleston should be up, and they have Whaley up, right? But the next batter is number 2. He hasn't batted either, correct?
That's correct.
Now that is
Unless somehow Huddleston is not in and he's out, right? And then they move Whaley to 8 and Devers to 9. That's the lineup said, but regardless, be a foul tip for the strikeout. So another strikeout here for Lacey Dickin for out number 1.
So we'll switch these two in the order because it's going to be set that way now. And the K locks that in.
That it does.
And who do you have as number 2?
Cam Devers, second baseman. I need Lacey to get a strikeout. His first pitch is a strike. Second one is a strike 2. I just need to keep my scorebook a little bit cleaner. Is the reason I need that to happen.
Well, the lineup will revert back to this as a new order if it passes.
I can only assume that was the case, that Sam Huddleston.
And we just didn't know the
and
lineup
look at the
changed.
strikeout. So
strikeout looking
my
for the
apologies
second out.
to
So
the
now
Patriot listeners.
they're not out of order anymore. That order will be set.
Correct. Again, it just has to be Huddleston who's, They're batting for him.
Yeah, again, if you're the Pirates, you don't challenge unless somebody does something positive. Let it go, and that resets the lineup. Man, he blew that one by.
That he did.
Zerby.
Again, Zerby struck out his first plate appearance, 2 strikeouts here in the inning.
And it's been
He's
mostly
gotten at least 2.
mostly all fastballs here as well.
Yeah, he's gotten 2 strikeouts in each inning. I'll pop that one. Going to stay just outside. I thought it was going to stay in there for a second. Going to get down on the count. 0-2 to Zerby, down the center fielder, leadoff hitter for the Patriots. Again, struck out his first plate appearance. Here comes the 0-2. Gonna miss. Long time coming of that pitch. It's almost like he couldn't find the grip that he was looking for in the glove.
Well, it's almost like you're telegraphing pitches, but he's still throwing the fastball. So.
Yeah. Just took him a while to do that last one. There's a chopper. Welch. High hop. Oh, it's going to be a single.
Yeah, that's one of those where, okay, I'm supposed to charge this ball. It's going to be a really tough play if I do. It's a no play if you don't. I mean, it just bounced right over his head. Nothing he can do.
No.
You really just got to come up and try to get a short hop if you can and knock it down with your body and then go to first. But the way he played it, he was in no man's land the entire time.
Bring up Chase Lowry, the catcher. He's a player that reached on an error. Here's the pitch. Strike.
Tell you what, I just have not seen Lacey throw this many strikes in a game that when we have watched him.
No, I would agree. He's definitely very relaxed and going about his business, isn't he? Fly ball to center field. Ramsey going to go back.
He don't have this kid fooled.
And he'll make the catch. So the fly out to center field. Out number 3. They'll leave one stranded. They'll come up empty. Powell County will come up the bottom of the 3rd, leading 5-0 here against the Model Patriots. We'll be right back on the Powell County Sports Network.
Georgetown, Bourbon, Bluegrass, and Clark Regional. 4 hospitals that have been the heart of our communities for generations, where neighbors care for neighbors and families find comfort close to home. Now we're strengthening that promise. As CenterPoint Health, we combine decades of experience with a wider range of advanced services, all centered on you. Together, we share a commitment to making care close, reliable, and personal. CenterPoint Health, it's care that specializes in you. Find your center at centerpointhealth.com.
Toyota South in Richmond is moving forward. Family owned and operated since 1915. Meet General Manager Charlie Johnson.
As a native of Powell County, I would like to personally invite you to take the short drive to Toyota South in Richmond. Between Toyota South and our 5 other dealerships, we keep around 600 used cars, trucks, and sport utility vehicles. So, regardless of what you're looking for in a used vehicle, chances are we have it, and as General Manager of Toyota South, I will make your short drive well worth your time. Come see me soon at Toyota South in Richmond.
Toyota South in Richmond. Online at toyotasouth.com or call their friendly staff at 877-605-4326.
You're listening to the Powell County Sports Network.
Welcome back here to the Powell County High School baseball action with Powell County versus Model. Again, we are here at the Stanton City Park in Charles Childers Field. Powell County leads 5-0 as we go into the bottom of the 3rd inning. And it will be Dickin, Del Rosario, and Wireman up for the Pirates. And it is still Corbett up pitching for Model. And he has had a pretty good night with 4 strikeouts. Again, the one error was really costly for them. Really only 2 earned runs for Model, or for the Pirates. The other 3 unearned due to the error. A couple of really nicely hit balls for the Pirates there in the 1st inning. 2nd inning, not so much. A couple of strikeouts and a ground out. Wrap that inning up.
See if they can't get something going here, though. They lead 5-0. See if they can't make short order here of this game and get another 5 across.
Wind looks like it is blowing. Feels like it's blowing into us right now.
It does. It's almost like it's
weird to
swirling.
It is. Yeah, it looks like it's the dust
Coming
storm.
from right to left.
We see that when we get bad storms, and there are some bad storms predicted for tonight. So.
Yeah.
When they come out of the north,
late
they're rough.
Tonight.
Late tonight.
Again, stepping up to the plate is Lacey Dickin. First pitch is going to be outside
Should
for ball
definitely
one.
not affect the broadcast.
Oh, it should not affect the broadcast. That is true. Glad you're with us.
Thank you.
Swing and a miss. Strike one. 1 ball and 1 strike now to Lacey Dickin. Had a single and an RBI and a run scored. His first appearance back in the first inning. Comes the pitch from Gorbett. High, 2-1.
It's kind of neat watching the flags. The flags look like they're blowing from left to right, but we also feel a wind coming from right to left, so I don't know if it's swirling or doing some crazy things out there today.
Right. Oh, that was a pretty pitch. Yeah.
Oh.
2-2.
And Lacey gave on that one quickly.
Curveball just kind of just floated right in there, didn't it?
It did.
Slow pitch at that. Oh, and he swung at it. He's not going to make a trip down to first, and look at the strikeout. 5 strikeouts now for
that curveball
Gorbett.
was a perfect setup
Yeah.
for that little outside fastball. Lacey couldn't touch it.
Didn't necessarily see it in the first inning, right? As far as like him throwing that pitch. Now the second time around,
They threw it, but it was ineffective. It was throwing it too high. Never had a chance to break down. He's thrown the last few a little bit better.
Jordan Del Rosario up the plate, strike one.
Again, looking at the numbers, he doesn't have the best ERA in the world, but does have a lot of strikeouts.
11 or 13, I can't remember right offhand. Chopper. Could be trouble.
That
He's
one
motoring
is
down the line. Safe.
I tell you what, had the shortstop went ahead and cut that one loose, he had a chance.
I agree. I don't think he trusted himself, did he?
Well, I think that plus normal runners would.
That's true.
They would have had him. Jordan, not the fleetest of foot. He's not the slowest Pirate runner, but I think he kind of gave up because most people would be safe anyway on that play. It was a tough play.
Nice
regardless.
job by Jordan, though, to get down the line. He did. He got down the line.
Yeah, went as hard as he could go.
Yep, and that's really what happened for him there, and that's how he was safe. Now Ethan Wireman walked. Big swing and a miss for strike one. He walked and had a run scored.
Definitely got the launch angle correctly, but the ball was up too high, and he just could not get the bat on the same level.
On the walk, he took the count full, so 1 out, runner at first for the Pirates. It's the pitch to Wireman. It's going to be low, 1-1. Powell County leading 5-0 over Model. Pirates in their white uniforms, black letters and numbers. And the Patriots in their maroon and gray maroon jerseys. Here's the pitch. Strike.
Yeah, I think these guys are guessing, and he thought that was going to be a curveball and just couldn't pull the trigger. That was really a hittable pitch right there. Ethan let that one go.
1-2 now. Taking a look over at Del Rosario at first. He'll go. Oh, and there's a shot to center field, and he's calling it, and he'll make the catch. And Del Rosario's got a long way to get back, and he finally will. And now they're going to send him all the way to second. He goes to second, all the way back to first, and then an overthrow. Then he goes back to second. Well, he got his steps in. So Del Rosario will end up at second on an error. And Wireman will fly out to center field.
That goes all the way to the center fielder, right? Nobody really ever cut that ball, or did some?
No, they did. He got it in, and then they.
Second baseman threw it.
Yeah.
So E4 then on the play. Make it to second base, brings up Ramsey again.
He was an error.
He was a victim of the error that kept the inning going.
Well, let's tack on some runs here.
Yeah, made Jordan run that much.
Here's the pitch. Took a cut at that high fastball for strike one and missed.
That is the pitch, it looks like to me, that the Pirates are going to have to lay off of. They've been taking some down the middle and swinging at the ball they can't hit.
Well, yeah, everybody feels like you can hit that high heat and just can't.
That was a good take by
That was a
Tucker.
good take.
That was up a little bit lower than the first one, but definitely too high for a strike.
1-1 now to Tucker Ramsey, the center fielder. Again, reached on an error and a run scored. Back in the first inning, the Pirates almost batted all the way around, scoring those 5 runs. And we'll fake the throw down to second. Paying a lot of attention to that, aren't they?
Yes.
How many times he
Way to
stepped
go.
off the rubber and
Way to go, Jordan.
you know. Oh, gonna miss. 2 balls and 1 strike.
That one had a little bit more vertical break. That was a little bit better pitch, but it missed outside.
I thought he was going to call it a strike, but you're right. It went just a little bit too far off the edge there. 2-1. Gonna step off the rubber again. Del Rosario will give him some head games down there. That's what you have to do, though. Again, get inside their head and make a missed throw. Swing and a miss. Gonna even the count at 2-2. It's a good cut that time by Ramsey. 2 balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs. Runner at second. And Jordan Del Rosario. Tucker Ramsey up the plate. Just need a single. Try and get that run. Oh, he got a good cut on that one. Just rode off the top of the bat. Count remains 2-2.
Make Brody do some work back here.
Like, oh, where are you going after dinner? The umpire and the pitcher having a conversation there.
Maybe questioning locations of some pitches, but I haven't seen anything that really missed
No, I would agree with that.
by our buddy here behind the plate.
All right, Tucker. Made some good cuts, made some contact. Put this one in play in the outfield. Between first and second, all kinds of room. Here's the pitch, and throw down to second, or third, excuse me.
He tagged himself.
He's going to be out.
He slid right into the tag.
Yeah, sure did. I would have taken it a full count at that point. Instead, they'll throw Del Rosario out at third. The Pirates will come up empty. We'll take another break here on the Powell County Sports Network.
Are you looking for top quality physical therapy services in Powell County? Discover Apex Network Physical Therapy. Apex provides personalized care in a welcoming and comforting atmosphere. Committed to delivering exceptional results, Apex ensures that your therapy sessions are both relaxing and effective. Call 606-717-1396 to make an appointment today. Apex Network Physical Therapy, 156 West College Avenue in Stanton.
Hearn Funeral Home has been family-owned since 1939 and is currently under the direction of Hondo Hearn. They have proudly served the families of Powell County and other surrounding counties for over 75 years, helping them to celebrate with compassionate care, dignity, and respect at an affordable price. Contact Hearn Funeral Home for all your pre-planning needs at 606-663-4375.
You're listening to PCSN.
And welcome back here to the Powell County High School's baseball field here at the Stanton City Park. Charles Childers Field. Again, it is 5-0. Pirates leading. We're going to the top of the 4th inning, where it will be the pitcher Gorbett, Ward, and Shrivastava. Did I say it right?
Shrivastava.
Shrivastava, right?
There you go. Shrivastava.
Those will be the 3 guys up for model here in the 4th. Again, this threesome has all 3 struck out their first times up. We'll see if they can make a change for themselves here in the 4th. Again, really good pitching so far from Powell County's ace, Lacey Dickin. He's had 3-5, 7 strikeouts through 3. That's pretty good numbers. No walks. That's a better number. And 1 hit. They've had 1 player reach on an error. Kind of it.
16 coming up to the plate. Okay, it is.
It is
for
16.
a second. I didn't see him. I saw 14. I'm like, "Grr." Matthew Corbett, the pitcher, struck out his first plate appearance on 3 pitches.
Took some good cuts, but come up empty.
Getting Lacey Dickin on the mound for the Pirates. Here's the pitch. I'll foul that one off into the net for strike 1.
Again, Lacey's throwing hard. Again, Lacey's, I think, has hit 90. I think he lives in the upper 80s.
Be nice if we had a gun for that purpose. Radar gun, speed gun.
You don't say gun right now, right?
Well, as soon as I said that, I was like, I better qualify that one. Yeah. Speed. Baseball, no. Guess we're going to have to come up with another one. Swing and a miss, and he'll get the strikeout.
Now they've got them even in smaller versions. You can get those, and even I think probably even some watches probably now have them. But it's just
I would say that's probably an app on our cell phones, right?
Yeah,
to be able to just point that camera at it, and
There are. I'm not sure there is. I mean, they're probably as good as
it's got to be at
Neal
least
jugs,
close, right? Yeah. Lincoln
technology.
First baseman. Man, that was almost a golf swing on that one, wasn't it?
Yeah. When I hear the name Ward and I see a model player, I just wonder if they're any relation to baseball coach in Eastern. We were over there, Jim Ward, coached for a long time there.
Yeah, you're right.
Eastern.
He did. Swing and a miss, strike 2.
Again, not saying they're any relation, but he was the coach. Well, when they were
grandson,
when we
maybe.
were at Eastern.
Who knows?
Did a great job there at Eastern for a long time.
He did. Down the first base line and can remain 0-2. Yeah, they were very competitive back then.
Yeah.
EKU falling on some hard times over all the sports.
Yeah,
Football, they used to be so dominant.
Football,
and
they were dominant in 2A, right?
I'm not so sure they've made the playoffs probably like a handful of times over the past 30 years.
Yeah, they're not D1 now, right?
They're not.
Different division.
FCS.
Yep.
There's a strike, and strike him out.
Looking.
Back-to-back Ks now for Lacey Dickin. That'll bring up Janu Shrivastava.
He did have a couple of good cuts
He did?
the first time up at his first high school game tonight.
Favorite senior. He's not, we have no information on him other than his name and number.
Yep, strike. He said that was a strike. I agree. Mad at himself for not pulling the trigger. There we go again. Analogies, right?
So Janu Shrivastava, 0-1 count with 2 outs. Miss 1-1.
I tell you what, he watched it all the way to the mitt. I like that he's he definitely has a good eye. Whether or not he get his bat started, a different question, right?
Go off the glove of Lane Rogers for ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike now. He is the designated hitter in the 5 spot.
Huh? That's not who I have on deck.
No, you're right. Should be 15.
Should be 15.
They're all out of sorts. I don't know what's happening.
I don't either. Confused.
Swing and a miss. 2-2. I don't know. I'm curious to know what's happened.
Well, I mean, he batted 5 last time.
He did.
Just
well, so did 15.
They're right. So they're out of order right now.
They are out of order.
Or they will be if he bats.
There's a strike. He knew it. Yep. So 3 up and 3 down, all by way of strikeout. Pirates will come up to the plate here in the bottom of the 4th, leading 5-0 over Model. We'll take a break here on the Powell County Sports Network.
For generations, Whitaker Bank has been a name Kentuckians know and trust. We believe in steady guidance, strong relationships, and being there when our community needs us the most. From everyday banking to long-term financial goals, you can depend on Whitaker Bank to stand beside you today and for years to come. Whitaker Bank, uniquely Kentucky, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Rogers Hardware and Building Supplies is working hard to serve you with great service, better prices, and top-of-the-line materials. Stop in and check out our new showroom, complete with everything you need to help you build your first home, renovate your current, or create the space you've always dreamed of. We'll help you find what you need to build from the ground up or to bring new life to an old space. Let our seasoned professionals help you find exactly what you're looking for at Rogers Hardware, where we have everything to build anything. Located at 176 East College Avenue in Stanton. And don't forget, you can text Rogers, that's ROGERS, to 606-663-2811 for up-to-date info, offers, and special deals.
You're listening to the Powell County Sports Network.
Welcome back here to the Powell County High School's baseball field at the Stanton City Park, Charles Childers Field. Again, we were hoping about this time in the summer, we were hoping maybe we might get a new field at the Powell County or the Stanton Elementary facility, and that just did not happen due to the tax being voted down. Oh well, we can still dream.
Yeah, let's keep dreaming.
Be a few years before it can happen again for the nickel tax, but don't think that your taxes won't get raised every year until then. So,
and it will.
Just saying. So the thought that the taxes weren't going to be raised.
Well, they're going to raise it to maximum every year.
They're going to raise it to maximum every year now until they can get enough money to try to do it without the matching fund. Just a kind of a, I don't know, a lot of misinformation I think went on during that. Even the group that, and I don't like a lot of taxes either, but I know.
Well, nobody does.
I know I'll vote no if that tax was going to be more taxes. I'm thinking I do not want to pay more taxes. I want to get the best bang for my buck, which is paying more right now. And getting a matching fund. It didn't happen.
They wouldn't have raised it going forward.
No. They would raise it the one time and got enough matching money to build the new facilities, and now we're stuck for about, I think it's 10 years before you can reapply for the same thing after it's voted down.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Powell County is always on the short end of the deal.
It seems like.
Yeah, 100%. You could even go back to the restaurant tax decades ago. You know, they missed that opportunity and then wanted to get grandfathered in. State's like, you missed the deadline. Sorry.
But now they've got what they've got. It's a better deal. It's just no matching, right? Just all local assets.
Tucker Ramsey coming up to the plate. Again, he was up at the plate with a 3-2 count when Jordan Del Rosario was thrown out at third, trying to steal from second base. I'll foul that one off. 1-1 now, the count to Ramsey.
What is the old saying? Never make the first or third out at third base?
That's correct.
Normally third base is fairly easy to steal, but that throw that the catcher made was a perfect throw and a perfect catch by the third baseman, and Jordan slid right into the ball.
Swing and
there's that pitch Tucker just cannot lay off of.
Nope.
Or he did one pitch last at bat. He laid off one of those. That time he couldn't lay off of it again.
Well, he's probably going to lay off this one, and they're going to call
probably
it a strike.
Or
he'll swing
right back at it.
Right, he'll get a strikeout for out number one to lead things off here.
Now that one was a definitely hittable pitch, but Tucker pulled off the ball, trying to again pull the outside pitch, and that one you just got to shorten it up, drive it to right field, put it in play, and see what happens. This kid drove one to right field last time. Brody Welch with a 2-run double cleared the bases for the Pirates.
Yeah, it's definitely. Now you see the right fielder going down the line a little bit more, but when you look at center to right, there's a lot of room.
There's no need to playing that far down the line.
No, there's a lot of room over the second baseman's head. Chopper down the first base line is going to be foul.
Now, if Brody's going to be really early, then maybe you stay there. But if I'm going to go that far, the center fielder's got to help me a little bit. He's got to come over as well.
If I'm not mistaken, I believe Coach Robinson said they actually widened the lanes down first and third. And then I'm looking at it, it actually looks like they kind of did a little bit, didn't it?
I believe they have.
It was very tight. I mean,
it was really small.
On both sides.
It was really small before.
Yeah. Miss low for ball 1-1 now to Welch with Jackson Tipton, the DH on deck.
I think it was way too narrow. A lot of balls would kick back in if it's a bunt or a foul ball, rolling down. Now that's you're going to get true bounces most of the time, I would think.
There's the pitch. Miss on the outside, 2-1.
I like Brody's plate. He looks pretty good to me as far as at bat. He takes the right pitches. He's got a good setup.
Be low, 3-1.
Keeps his eye on it all the way. Another one of the young players. Well, I'd say young players. He's a sophomore, junior.
Junior.
So the lone junior, maybe on the team.
Also one of the soccer players. 3-1.
Oh, we do have Brody playing soccer, don't we? I forgot about that.
And he'll get the walk.
Yeah. Well, the defenders for the Pirates does a
Correct.
really nice job.
That he does. So is that the second walk, I believe, given up? Yeah.
Second, yes, the walked one. The first walked from Ethan Wireman in the first inning.
Took the count full. So now Jackson Tipton popped it up in the infield for the first baseman, his first plate appearance. See if he can't make contact, get a single here. There's a lot of space there between first and second. First pitch is a strike. Again, it's hard to go that opposite way, but, man, you get one down that and you're business. Well, it's got a pretty good lead. I knew that pitch was going to come over to first. You could tell by the way that.
Yeah, but he really didn't have enough of a lead to draw a throw.
No.
He was
Tell by the way Gorbett kind of set himself up, though, kind of just watching his tendencies.
Yeah.
There's the pitch home.
He's thrown over once regardless, right?
Yes.
He pretty much has everybody that's been on base, he's at least thrown over or stepped off.
1-1 to Tipton.
Trying to give his catcher every opportunity to throw them out if they go.
Here's the pitch. It's on the inside. 2-1 now to Jackson Tipton before we'll head back up to the top of the order. Just one out here.
Let's go Jackson.
2 balls and 1 strike now to Jackson Tipton. The DH.
Good take.
Slow, 3-1. Take another walk.
Yeah, with Dylan Trent, he handles the bat really well. Again, there's one out. Not sure you bunt in that situation.
3-1. What are you doing on this one? Is he taking? We're in that same
Green
scenario.
light. If it's where you like it, drive it. Like that pitch right there, you got to be. That's like.
That's
swing
what you're
out of my
looking
shoes.
For. Yeah,
type
that's
of
what
ball.
you're looking for. That's, again, I don't know why you're taking on a 3-1. You got to be prepared that's what it's coming right down the middle. He's going for a fastball.
He has been consistent with that 3-1 pitch. When he has got behind, he's just popped one right down the middle.
Yeah, and you know that's what he's going to do, right? I mean, that's what he has to do, yeah. Here's the pitch. Oh, there's a shot to left field. It's going to drop. It's going to go all the way to the fence. Welch is going to end up at third. I don't know if they're going to send him in, and they're going to hold him up. And they will.
Well hit ball.
Double. Well, he did slip in the outfield. But.
Well, I think that ball hooked a little bit more than what he had thought. And again, when it did, he was dead. But that ball was hit harder.
It was
than I think he had given it credit for.
And he slipped just enough that it just tapered away from him.
It broke in, and he didn't take the right angle at the ball. We've seen that twice now for the outfielders for Model. Maybe misreading that first. Again, it's tough to play the outfield. I'm not. People think it's easy, and it's really not.
Foul that one off to Dylan Trent.
That first read is always what dictates how that play is usually going to turn out.
I like that first pitch swing that time, though, by Trent.
He's been throwing a lot of first pitch fastballs for strikes.
Yeah.
Get behind, anything's coming.
So runners at second and third for the Pirates here. Bottom of the fourth, leading 5-0, squaring around like he's going to bunt, and he went. Man, I don't understand that. What?
Josh liked that safety squeeze. That was what I'd found out that we had on last time when we came home, and I think we were out. I think it was just a safety squeeze.
You know, but you got your leadoff hitter up the plate.
I understand.
Now he's 0-2. Pop that one up. Should go foul. And it will.
Into the bullpen where there is activity. I'm not sure if those guys are throwing if there's a JV game or not, I'm not sure.
I'm not so sure that with Brody Welch down at third that even on a bunt you're going to get him in.
Well, you're bunting for a base hit, and hopefully maybe they throw it away, I would think. So.
I do. I understand sometimes you take chances, and maybe you're just even needing to practice, bunts. There's a strike.
Yeah, but.
Yep, struck him out.
The problem with that is you get yourself in a hole it's hard to get out of sometimes, and exactly what's happened there, that brings Bryson Edwards up. He's got to get it done. But when you take that, give that one pitch away, That's one less pitch that you can really swing at.
Agreed, and it was a strike.
Yep.
Right down the middle.
He could have taken that ball, the pitch he bunted at. If it was a safety squeeze, he should have pulled the bat back.
Here's the pitch. Foul tip. Strike one to Edwards. Hit by a pitch and a strikeout. So he's really, Gorbat's done a nice job with the first couple of batters in the lineup for the Pirates. See if he can get a single anyway.
Yeah, right.
On the inside.
For Gorbat's perspective, this game could easily be 2-0 right now. Marlowe's really still in the game, but right now it is 5-0, and you're reeling, and you got to get a hold here.
Yeah, I think we need to get some runs across here in this inning. We've had some runners on the bags and able to get them across, and man, he brought that one way inside on that pitch, and it was high.
Yeah, Bryson normally has a little bit better eye, and he really wanted to hit that one. It looked like he could hit it, and it was off the plate in. Tough pitch to handle.
Yeah, high end inside at that.
Here comes a curveball. Better not get in the dirt, though.
Here's the pitch, and he got the strikeout. So back-to-back strikeouts. He'll get 3 in the inning. The Pirates will leave 2 stranded. They'll come up empty. We'll head to the top of the 5th. Powell County leading 5-0 over Model.
Mercy Medical Clinic of Powell County, a service of Markham and Wallace Memorial Hospital, is personal primary care for you and your family. Receive the best care from highly trained physician Dr. Julie Kennan and family nurse practitioners Sandra McCoy and Felicia Estes right here in your community. Mercy Medical Clinic of Powell County, located on Irvin Road in Clay City, is convenient primary care with same-day appointments. Call 606-663-2153 to schedule your appointment today. New patients are being accepted. Trust Mercy Medical Clinic of Powell County. Friends and family caring for friends and family.
You deserve a bank that truly values you. At People's Exchange Bank, they pride themselves on providing personalized service that other banks just can't match. Whether you're needing a checking account, a home loan, or financial advice, our team of local professionals have you covered. Visit 53 East Pendleton Street in Stanton or visit them online at pebank.com. Join their family of satisfied customers today and experience the hometown difference at People's Exchange Bank, where banking is about you. People's Exchange Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. You're listening to PCSN.
Welcome back here to Stanton City's Park, hosting the Powell County Pirates baseball team. Again, Powell County now leading the Model Patriots 5-0 through 4. And it has been Lacey Dickin has really been on tonight. He's had, I believe, 10 strikeouts on the night. Only 1 hit allowed from Lacey.
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No. But, I mean, he's really just pumped the strike zone. And that's just something that I can really appreciate. Speeds the game up, makes everything go smoother. Your fielder's usually ready, but with the number of strikeouts, you will push that pitch count up when you throw a lot of balls. Tonight, he has not done that. So the pitch count may actually stay a little bit lower, and for a strikeout pitcher, that's hard to do.
All right, we talked about this. They're back out of order again.
Yes.
Kellen Kirby should be number 15, should be up on the plate. Instead, it's Henry Huddleston, number 5, and then on deck. Well, they walked back in, but
well, everybody's on deck is really not on deck right now either. So,
now it goes to number 1. There's a strike, 1-1 now to Huddleston.
Kirby has got skipped. If this batter continues,
he did get skipped. He was about to get skipped at the last inning. Mm-hmm. I don't know how. Like, if you're a player, how are you not like, hey, it's my turn? You keep it up, aren't you?
Well,
miss 2-1.
Theoretically, if he walks, gets a hit, you can challenge. He will be out. Then it will be his turn again. Theoretically.
Correct. Yeah. 2-1. There's a strike.
If he strikes him out,
2-2.
They're still out of order. And you challenge the next batter who does something positive.
2-2. Again, somehow they managed to skip Kellen Kirby, the shortstop. Strikeout.
So we're going to give this to Kirby, who ain't Kirby. Right? I don't know how you score this right now.
To Huddleston. And now they're bringing up number 1.
Yeah, that should be Huddleston batting now. But so they just skipped Kirby.
Well, I know, but
They're
then
still out of order.
they've got Whaley. They've got Whaley on deck, who should be up now.
No, it should be Holston up now. The batter that just
Well,
struck out.
correct, but I mean at this point they've still gotten out of order.
Yeah, they're going to be chasing it, I believe. Good job by Creech on the charge on the square. Pulled it back for a ball call.
And who is number one? Sam Huddleston. Well, I guess I'm going to mark him all the way down here. I don't know what to do. They've got me all. This is all messed up.
All you can do now is mark it where it's supposed to be and go from there.
Well, I already marked him out on top because that's originally where I had him.
Yeah, but he's.
And then Whaley and then Devers. And then somehow they've I don't know.
Flip-flopped around and everybody's going to bat when they want to, it looks like.
Apparently. Well, regardless, in that spot, 0-2 to Sam Huddleston, the third baseman. I don't know. Maybe I need to go back and look at
No, they're out of order.
Struck him out.
So that's going to be number one.
And now, then Whaley.
Sam Huddleston has struck out there, right?
Correct.
Now it should be Whaley. Actually,
it should.
It should actually be.
And then
Sam
Devers.
Huddleston.
Well, it's true. I know. Yeah, they've still, regardless, they've still skipped Kirby. Yeah. I don't guess it matters if you get 2 strikeouts, so what does it matter? But still.
Hey, as long as you keep striking them out, it ain't going to matter. They'll be resetting that lineup. They just skip the batter. Whenever somebody does something good, you challenge and go on.
I don't even know who's even up at the plate at this point.
Well, we're just looking at the back numbers. This is.
Well, I know. I'm so far chopper down to first. Nice job by Ethan Wireman, the unassisted out. That'll be a U3 for out number 3. So 3 up and 3 down yet again as the Patriots will come up empty. As we'll head to the bottom of the 5th. Powell County coming up to the plate here on the Powell County Sports Network.
Hey, I'm Morgan from St. Ace Hardware. At Ace, I enjoy helping every customer with each of their unique projects. Some are doing huge renovations or redecorating, and others are just touching up paint and need a color match or some replacement hardware. It doesn't matter to me because they come to St. Ace Hardware and trust us with their project. We are constantly getting new products and are working hard to make it easier for people to find the products they know and trust, as well as innovative new products they didn't even know existed. Shop local, save money, and get quality products from people who love this community. We are St. Ace Hardware, supporting the broadcast of our Powell County Pirates.
At Powell County Farm Bureau, they pride themselves on helping customers in Stanton and the surrounding area get the insurance coverage that's right for them. With a local team of agents, including James Dennis and Anna Tipton, claims staff, and customer service representatives, their members enjoy unmatched dedication and personal attention. Call 606-663-2222 or stop in today at 170 Court Street in Stanton and let them show you why they're Kentucky's insurance company. That's your Powell County Farm Bureau. Big on commitment. You're listening to the Powell County Sports Network.
Welcome back here to the Stanton City Park and coverage of the Powell County Pirate baseball team. As we are in the bottom of the 5th inning, Powell County will come up to bat leading 5-0 over Model. So hoping for a better inning, but right now it has been a strikeout performance by really both these two pitchers. Pirates and Lacey Dickin has struck out 12, and for Matthew Gorbett from Model has struck out 4, 5, 6, 7 batters have struck out.
I have 8.
You have 8, maybe 8. Yeah, there is 8. I see it now. There are 8 batters struck out for Gorbett. Again, high strikeout, high walk guy, but tonight he's been a higher strikeout than walk ratio for Model. So and I'm not going to call this a pitcher's duel because we did score 5 in the first inning, but since then, it's been a bunch of blanks for the Pirates.
That it has. Lane Rogers will lead things off, batting in the 3rd spot, the catcher for the Pirates here tonight, followed by Lacey Dickin and Jordan Del Rosario. We can't get some runs across here. First pitch is going to miss for ball 1. The umpire behind the plate, he's been consistent, right?
I think he's does a really good job.
Yeah. Ball's going to get by. Ball 2.
He's very consistent on his pitches. He lets that high pitch. He will call the high pitch for a on the curveball, maybe a little bit more than the fastball, but As it should be.
3-0. 3 balls and no strikes now to Lane Rogers. Walks as good as any. And he'll make his way down to first.
Make a turn.
So the walk to lead things off. Let's see if that can pay dividends for the Pirates.
Just as I said, his walk numbers were down tonight. That is his third walk on the night to 8 strikeouts. So
Lacey Dickin coming up to the plate had a single, an RBI, and a run scored, and then struck out his last plate appearance. Again, here we are in the bottom of the 5th. Powell County leading 5-0 over Model.
this is going to be one of those fake bunt take steal signs. I believe is going to get ready to happen. That has kind of been what their MO has been.
It sounds impressive.
Well, I mean, that's just kind of what they have done. But pretty much every time they steal, they fake that bunt.
Throw to first. Nope. Oh, I'm going to foul that one off.
We're just straight playing baseball, swinging away. I don't mind a run and hit. I'm not going to call it a hit and run, but we're running primarily, but we can hit behind if we want to. You're up the game 5-0. It's a really good time to do that. Let Dickin continue to hit. Put Rogers in action because you're probably going to get a curveball right here. It's a good pitch to run on.
Yeah, just swing away at this point. Lacey Dickin batting in the 4 spot. Runner does go.
I got the fastball.
And he'll get down there safely. So stolen base by Rogers.
Called strike 2. Is that right?
That's correct, yeah.
Okay, so it was
strike 2 to Dickin.
High strike that got him that time. But again, I was expecting a curve. Maybe Lacey was too. Now definitely look for the curveball. Got him last time.
0-2 the pitch count now.
Shaking his catcher off 3 times. How many pitches he got?
Low. Nice job behind the plate.
Handcuffed him. I think maybe the catcher was fooled on the pitch or
something.
Something, yeah, something was awkward with that one. He had to kind of flip the glove mid over to catch it mid down.
Not where he was expecting it. 1 ball and 2 strikes now to Dickin. Lane Rogers down at second. And gonna fake the throw. Can't even see the bag down there. Good job by the umpire there, though, right? No pitch like
Locally,
at this point.
yeah, batter's called timeout.
Yeah. Even though he still had a foot in the box. Here's the pitch. Going to be high, going to miss. 2-2. Good at bat, really, for Lacey Dickin to go 2-2 now at this point. Didn't swing it those last 2 pitches, which were well out of the strike zone. I don't even see second base down there, do you?
Nope.
Covered up in dirt. Here's the 2-2. I'll foul that one off on the first base side.
I'd hate to be playing pickleball and get hit in the head with a baseball.
Yeah. Can't remains 2-2.
Major pickleball games going on right now at the City Park.
That or to be Little League, and all of a sudden you're in the outfield, one comes down and you're trying to,
That'd be
catch
bad.
that ball, right?
That'd be bad too.
2-2. Close quarters. In some respects. 2-2. There's a shot, and he goes the opposite way. Runner's going to come in. He'll score easily. Nice job. Good at bat that time by Lacey Dickin. Went the opposite way. Again, second baseman was playing closer to second. And there was a wide opening there.
That is, wasn't trying to do too much with that pitch. He just poked it the other way. I've been saying that all night. Thank you, Lacey, for doing that. You want to move the runner to third base. Best way to do it, ground ball to right side. Second baseman playing towards second. It's going to go through for a base hit if you do it right then. So score another run, another second RBI for Lacey Dickin for the night. And, again, pinch Curtis runner in for him and Del Rosario at the plate.
Throw back over to first. I don't think you said it correctly in this regard. Try not to do too much, right? He just made contact and just went with it.
Yeah. You got to let it happen. I mean, it's a perfect spot to go to.
So Del Rosario has a triple and an RBI run scored. High pitch going to miss.
Tell you what, he had a little giddy up on that fastball. I think he's a little frustrated out there. But he made a pretty good pitch on Dickin. Really, Dickin actually did what he's supposed to do.
And then Del Rosario reached on an error and then was thrown out trying to steal third. Here's the pitch. Going to be low, 2-0. Ethan Wireman on deck for the Pirates.
I know one thing. This kid goes 3-0. They gave him the green light. He's liable to swing. His helmet liable to fly off.
Here's the pitch. Oh,
As
on
he
the
gets-
inside. That backed him out.
Look at this little brushback pitch.
100% was a brushback pitch.
Get off my plate so I can throw another fastball outside.
Yep. 3-0. Going to be low. Going to take the walk.
I don't think he was ever going to swing at that one.
I would agree. I don't think he was either.
Looked like it was a dead take on Ethan Wireman up to the plate. Now runs at first and second. Coach going to make a visit, probably make a pitching change.
Yep.
And it's not necessarily that he's lost control, but 2 walks in the inning sandwiched with the base hit the other way. I think the kid's had a pretty good night in Gorbit.
Yeah.
Again, he struck out and has he taken the ball yet?
No.
So still chatting about it. I don't know.
I hope he leaves him in here, to be honest with you. I think, if anything, you're showing him that I believe in you, right? You're going to give him that confidence.
He's staying.
Yeah. At the same time, just come back and let's just, get the outs.
I thought we were getting a change, but we did not. So Gorbat's going to continue on the mound.
Again, he's been successful.
Again, 8 strikeouts. I believe that's what I said.
Yeah.
8 strikeouts on the night. Now he's got up. Now, but his walk total's got up to 5.
2 of those coming here in the inning.
I don't think you let him go too much longer, but he hasn't had much trouble these next two guys. So
yeah, I think this is the batter in that regard. He's going to square around.
I thought it was a strike anyway, but he pulled it back.
He did
for a ball.
Going to miss low,
I guess.
And Wireman had a walk and a run scored and flied out.
I don't mind a bunt right here. Nobody out. You do have a power bat up.
I mean, low again.
Now, see, with Gorbit right now, you can. He's told the coach, I can get him. You better get him.
Well, I like what Ethan is doing as well. He's squaring around like he's going to bunt, but he realizes it's not a strike or one that he's going to hit, and he's pulling back.
That's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
I do think he is bunting.
I would agree.
I think the bunt is on if it's a good pitch.
Sure.
But you don't leave the bat out there for a bad pitch.
Agreed. Yeah, again, smart play by Wireman. Squares around. Get called strike.
Well, at least I thought that's what he was doing. That was been a ball to bunt. I believe he may have been just taken. Have him see the ball though, lead square. Now he's seen every pitch from that different angle.
He's going to get in a jam now. It's going to be 2-2.
Yeah.
Again, didn't necessarily punch it down.
You gotta get on top of the ball, or you can tell he kind of jabbed at it just a touch, and the one thing you don't want to do is jab at the ball on a bunt. You just catch it with the bat and let it go where it goes.
And I know that they have struggled getting the bunt down, this team has, for the Pirates, and therefore that's probably getting that practice. But now we've got a 2-2, so they're going to be laying a bunt down. A miss on the outside, take the count full.
That problem with bunting 2 strikes is you put yourself in a bad hitting position on the third. Again, you really get on one pitch to cut at.
Full count. We'll take a walk to load them up. That's what it takes.
Definitely.
Fly that one up back here behind us.
Again, I like to see either the same thing, just drive one hard the other way.
He's due for a big hit.
He's got a lot of power when he does hit.
He does. It's a big gap between center and right. Didn't go. He'll get the walk. Nice job of holding back. That's been 2 big at-bats for Ethan Wireman. He's drawn a walk on both of those. He'll get down to first. Del Rosario will go to second. That will send Lacey Dickin down to third. That'll bring up Tucker Ramsey. He reached on an error, a run scored, and he struck out.
And Ethan running on his own. Going for the full windup now is Gorbit. I don't think you're going to see a bunt here, but Who knows?
I would hope not. High pitch.
And that's the pitch that Tucker has swung at and missed. That time was a good take. He may be just taking the first pitch that time.
Here's the 1-0.
Now that fooled him. It fooled me too. Came back with a 1-0 curveball. Don't think Tucker or I know I wasn't expecting the curveball.
1-1. Here's the pitch. Miss on the outside. 2 balls and 1 strike.
That time, the runner, I think, bothered Gorbett. He actually peeked at the runner in the middle of his delivery.
And that's what I love, though, doing stuff like that, right? Swing and a miss. That was a big cut, even the count at 2-2.
Once you go to that full windup, you're committed. I'm going to the plate.
Yeah.
Whatever that guy does should not distract me.
2 balls and 2 strikes now to Tucker Ramsey. Bases loaded, nobody out. Here's the pitch.
Good
Down
take.
in the dirt. Yep. I'll take the count full.
Tucker watched that one all the way to the mitt.
Now, if he gets the walk or whatever else at this point, Gorbett will be coming out.
Would think so.
Yep. 3-2. Here's the pitch. Chopper. Could be trouble. Slide in at home. He's safe. Yeah, nice job on the fielder's choice. The third baseman came in, dicking underneath the tag. That will send Del Rosario down to third, Wireman down to second, and Ramsey will reach on a fielder's choice.
And really, that ball has to go to first base only because you really have no chance of getting that runner. Had a good jump from third, but right now I believe they're actually maybe committed to this young man on the mound. You got Welch up here, who actually we got 7, correct?
Yes.
So a double here ends the game.
Come on, Brody. Oh, nice
block.
job. Yeah, by the catcher, Lowry. Chase Lowry is going to be low down in the dirt, and he kept that one in front of him. Did a nice job of covering that one up. Here's the pitch. High fly. It's going to be out of play. Out of play. One and one. That's about as close to hitting anybody as we've seen. 1 ball and 1 strike now to Brody Welch.
We'll get a conversation about something.
I don't know what they're pointing at. Not sure what that conversation was about, but doesn't matter. 1 ball and 1 strike now to Welch, left-handed hitter with the bases loaded. Here's the pitch. There's a shot to center field. They're going to make the catch, and 1 runner will advance.
Ball mishandled by the
2
second
runners
baseman.
will advance. So Del Rosario will come in and score. Wireman down to third. Ramsey will stay at first on the fly out to center field. Just out number 1, David.
Yeah, I mean, you're in a position now. A lot of things good can happen. Tipton, you got runners in first and third. It's 8-0, right?
Yeah, it is 8.
So
yeah.
the game-ending run is at first base. I think they're going to do their best here to get him to second. Again, this is going to put Gorbett back in the stretch, you would think here. Tipton has handled him fairly well tonight. Got a big hit last time up.
He did.
Popped up
double.
the first time.
See if he can make it happen here at the DH. Throw back over to first.
Again, you're not trying to double up the runs here, though. If you're going to send Ramsey, you're not going to run Wireman. You're just sending Ramsey to get to second base.
Yeah. Here's the pitch. That's a strike on the inside corner there.
Yeah, but I think it's a good take.
Agreed.
That
Absolutely.
pitch was nothing you're going to really do anything with.
No.
It was a good pitcher's pitch that time.
Yeah, that it was. Yeah, you can't swing at that pitch regardless. I don't care who you are.
If you do, you're not going to do much with it.
Yeah. Oh, as
They about had Ramsey.
Yeah, Ramsey thought they were going to throw it down to third. Instead, he thought about taking off if it was going to be there. But
he did take off. He didn't figure it out.
Yeah. Went back 1-1. Now is the count to Tipton. Foul ball.
And that'll Lake tomorrow.
Yep.
He's got that ankle protector on, but that one got the instep or the toe versus the protector. Those you just can't wire enough padding out there, seems like, to protect those little.
Well, we've kind of talked about that. You would almost think that they would be steel-toed on the inside, right?
Just too much weight, though. You know what I'm saying? I get
weight.
that. It's just a lot of weight. You want to run faster. So, but again, you see these pro players, man. They've got toe guards and ankle guards, and elbow guards. Why would anybody be afraid to get hit by a pitch anymore? I just don't know.
I mean, even the helmets, right, with the jaw guard.
I'm glad to see that finally come up in the pro ball.
Kind of surprised we don't necessarily see more of that. 1 ball and 2 strikes now is what I have. Here's the pitch. There's the chopper. It's going to be a base hit. 1 run will score. Oh, it's going to get by Ramsey, or to be the outfielder. Ramsey's going to come in.
That's going all the way to the wall.
That is going all the way to the wall. They're going to send him in. Go on and do it. Send him in. And he will. He's going to come all the way in, play at the plate, safe. And of all things, that's going to end it, David.
Yep.
That will end it as Jackson Tipton comes up big. Wireman will score. Tucker Ramsey will score. And Jackson Tipton will come in and go all the way around, as will be an error on.
But the score is only going to be 10-0, though, is the final score.
Correct, yes.
So,
yes.
I mean, it really didn't matter if you hit him or not.
Shows 11, it doesn't matter. You're exactly right. Let's take a quick break. We'll come back and wrap things up here on the Powell County Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Michael Bucky Wilson, CEO, President of CG Bank. Here at CG Bank, community means everything. It's why we do what we do. At CG Bank, we are your hometown bank, and we are here for you because we are you. We are not here just building business, but building relationships. That's community banking. That's my bank. Stop by any of our convenient locations in Irvin, Richmond, Berea, or Stanton and see what community banking is all about, or visit us online at cg.bank.
Citizens Guarantee Bank, member FDIC, an equal housing lender. Qualifications and rules may apply. See institution for details.
GTX Manufacturing prides itself on being a U.S. manufacturing company, providing competitive, low-cost, high-quality products and services. They are centrally located in the U.S., just minutes from Lexington, Kentucky, in Clay City. GTX Manufacturing, supporting the broadcast of your Powell County Pirates. You're listening to PCSN.
Not sure what you need, but know that you need it? We can help. At Rogers Hardware, our seasoned professionals can help you find whatever you need to get the job done. After all, we have everything to build anything. Stop by and let us help you check off that honey-do list today. 176 East College Avenue in Stanton. And don't forget, you can text Rogers, that's ROGERS, to 606-663-2811 for up-to-date info, offers, and special deals.
Thomas and Jason Ritchie started Ritchie Mechanical right here in Powell County, and today they are serving homeowners and businesses across central and eastern Kentucky. Ritchie Mechanical is committed to doing HVAC the right way with personal service, honest communication, and real expertise. Call Ritchie Mechanical at 606-318-4188. That's 606-318-4188.
You're listening to the Powell County Sports Network.
And welcome back here for the wrap-up. Powell County victorious tonight over Richmond Model, or the Model Patriots. I think they take away that Richmond name. I still say it, but
me too.
Again, 10-0 your final score. I don't think officially that last run counts, but 11-0 on the scoreboard. Jackson Tipton did score. I'm going to think it does stop after 10. Unless it's a home run outside the park, then it would count. Anyway, 10 or 11-0 was the final score. Powell County with 10 hits, 10 runs, 7 hits, and an error. And it was well pitched by the Pirates. No runs, 1 hit, and there were 3 Model errors on the game, and a couple of those were big errors for Model. One on the last play, a couple base error there. But anyway, well pitched game by Lacey Dickin. some key hits. Still probably too many strikeouts, but I thought the Gorby kid threw pretty well for Model as well. I think he had 8 strikeouts on the night. He pitched the complete game. Really, the score is not indicative to how well he threw.
No, you're exactly right. 12 strikeouts unofficially for him.
For Dickin.
And, for Dickin,
Yep.
yes. And then
8, I think,
8
for
strikeouts,
Corbett.
correct, for Gorbett. But you're exactly right. You know, it was a well-played game, pitching duo. But then Pirates come up big in that first inning to get those 5 runs, shut down from there. And then they were able to get 6 runs, start off with a walk. And, you know, in the inning, the Lane Rogers. And then you get a single, and then you end up getting a walk and a walk. And then at that point, you know, the Pirates just kind of kept things rolling. A couple of errors in the outfield that were really costly for Model. They'll go to 2-16. The Pirates will go to 8-11 on the season. So a big win, especially after being off a week for the Pirates. All things considered, they actually look pretty good, especially offensively.
Yeah, you know, this is not a knock against Model, but it was good to play a team that you think you can handle. You threw your ace against them, and again, with the forecast the way it looks for the rest of the week, probably a good game to get him in, because it doesn't look well for tomorrow, Wednesday, or maybe even Thursday as far as the forecast goes. But we are scheduled to be back on the air tomorrow night. We'll be on the air with girls action and volleyball action on Wednesday. And
yes.
What did we find out about the Friday? We're going to cover that one for the girls, or
Bell County, if I'm not mistaken. Is that correct?
Correct.
We'll possibly have that one for you as well. But the Pirates will be at Lee tomorrow if it doesn't get
weather
rained
permitting.
out.
Yeah.
And then on Thursday, they'll be at Hazard. And then they'll be at Nicholas County on May the 1st, at Floyd Central on May the 2nd, at Jackson County May the 4th, at Owsley May the 5th, and then on May the 7th at Model, and then the 8th makeup game at Estill County, and then on the 9th they'll play in Rowan County at the Hardin Classic against Pendleton County and Rowan County. Then on the 11th, back home against Martin County, right? And then they'll have Mason County on the 12th, and then they'll be at Wolfe County on the 14th. So, again, a long time, be the 11th before we'll actually have the boys next up in baseball.
That's the last regular season week of the season, I believe. So, again, we've covered several boys' games, and I think we've about 500 as wins and losses for our broadcast coverage. But it's been fun watching them play. It's the first time we got to see Dickin. I was glad to get to see him pitch. We've seen now, I think, everybody on the staff throw. And Dickin was just, to me, he may have thrown 3 or 4 curveballs all night long, but, man, he was just dominant with that fastball, moving it around. But just threw a lot of strikes, and that's good to see from Lacey.
Yeah.
From my perspective, I think the one bugaboo he may have is he may walk a couple batters and somebody gets a fluke hit against him and then score a run or two, and one of those games where Powell County may not score. And that's, one of those things where he struggled a little bit. But, again, he's a nice pitcher. And he got a timely hit tonight, too, to help his cause. But, again, Tipton came up big for the Pirates tonight.
Yeah.
That 9 spot, a couple hits. And,
2 hits, yeah.
3 or 4 RBIs, I think, or 2 or 3 RBIs anyway. But he had a big night, that 9 spot. So I think Welch had a good. The bottom of the order came through.
That they did.
The bottom of the order was probably more effective than the top tonight, but spread it around. Everybody was a contributor tonight. It's good to see the Pirates play that way again after senior trip coming back. Glad to see them all back and healthy. Again, we still got Drew Miller, who is still out with those shoulder injuries. Hope to see him back, but right now, Lane Rogers doing a good job behind the plate as well, so he can give Drew some good time off, and you don't have to rush him back. You still got a few weeks more to play, so maybe we'll see the Pirates back in action full strength. But tomorrow, again, weather permitting, they'll play at Lee for another district game. Definitely don't have Dickin available now, but may be available back by Thursday with Hazard. But really doesn't matter at this point in the season. You're just going to throw whoever's up, and that's just kind of the way it is, or the way it should be anyway, in my opinion. And because those games really don't matter until tournament time anyway. But Lee County, you want to maybe take care of them. And the way the first game was played, then you should, if that game is played.
Yes.
Again, the weather does not look good, but I think most of the rain is after midnight tonight.
Correct, but by tomorrow evening it's supposed to be Well, it's supposed to be fine tomorrow evening, and then we actually get into Wednesday, and then we've got heavier rains again. So we'll be inside on Wednesday.
It won't matter.
Boys volleyball. It will not matter. But tomorrow the girls are scheduled to play at 6:30, again against Martin County. Make sure you pay attention exactly, weather permitting under those circumstances. So, again, your Powell County Pirates win 11 and or 10 to nothing.
We'll see how they put it in the book.
We'll see how they actually score this one in that regard. Pirates pick up a win over Model. Again, Powell County on the road tomorrow against Lee. And then, weather permitting, we'll have the girls' game tomorrow at 6:30 versus Martin County. So, for my broadcast partner, David Faulkner, Jacob Neal, our videographer and technical support, Nevaeh Bridgeman back in the studio. This is Ken Simon saying thank you for listening to the Powell County Sports Network here on WSKV 104.9 FM.
Thank you for listening, watching, and supporting Powell County Pirate Athletics. We also encourage you to support the community sponsors that invest to bring the live coverage to you. Visit the Powell County Sports Network page at listenlikealocal.com to find the most up-to-date sports broadcast schedule and all the ways you can listen to the game. Thank you for listening to Powell County Pirate Sports on the Powell County Sports Network.